I guess we'll continue forward by saying these two words. Misha Collins.
They're coming in.
They're trickling in. When word of that sweater catches on in the lobby, they'll get here. They'll cable knit and they'll start running.
Royal blue.
Green neck trim. They'll start the running.
Have they made an announcement about the sweater yet?
You know, that's part of the problem. We'll go out there right now and start passing out flyers. Misha, happy 2026 to you.
Thank you. Nice to see you, boys.
Nice to see you.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Come on. Hey. No, it's so interesting. All of the biggest cameras are in the front row. It's totally counterintuitive because really you guys should be like way back in the corner with your telephoto lenses. There you go. Are you just getting like, with that lens, my assumption is that it's just one nostril in the front. Is that the case? Yes, I'm getting some yeses. By the way, which nostril is my best nostril? Left nostril.
The nose trimming is good.
Nose trimming is not good, so now I know that your eyes are bad. In fact, I just had a conversation about that this morning. And when I got into photos with Alex Calvert, he said, Misha. I said, yes. He said, we need to talk. I said, what? He said, you have a big booger hanging out of your left nostril. So, cool. What do you all want to talk about on this beautiful Saturday? My pranks? Oh, hi. No, I'm not going to tell you those stories. Hi, do you have a question?
Hey, Cass.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm Cass. I wanted to know what you were most excited for in the new year. What are you most looking forward to this year?
What am I most looking forward to this year? I made a goals list for 2026 this year and realized like, oh, if I try to accomplish even half of the things on this list, I'm going to wind up in a mental institution. So it's a little bit difficult for me to answer that question because I'm excited about a lot of things. But right at the top of the list for me is I really want to find some fossils this year. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby. Another big geology buff back there, huh? Yeah, that's fun stuff. I bet you didn't expect me to answer that way. Yeah. What are you excited about? Nothing, huh?
Well, hopefully my child not injuring herself again. We've already had staples, so.
Wait, say that again?
My child's already had staples this year, so I'm hoping for no more child injuries. None. That's what I'm most excited about. Is my
Your child got staples?
Yeah, she fell off the trampoline.
I'm sorry. Did you just like staple your child back together again? Because you know there's other ways to do that.
No, we went to the doctor.
You went to the doctor?
Yes.
Oh, good for you. You know, I think a lot of times, my daughter has a scar right here on her chin, and I don't want to say it's my fault, but I am to blame for it. And it's because I didn't have that sentiment I thought, well, we can fix this. So she fell on her chin and it bled quite badly and it looked like she needed stitches. And so I said, I think we can do this with super glue. Have you guys heard about this? This technique? So it doesn't work great. But I super glued her face back together and then And then the next day, she and I were sort of running through the house, and I accidentally tripped her. She fell on her chin again. And the super glue didn't hold. And it split open, and it was really even worse this time. And so, second time I used super glue and tape. And then, anyway, we wound up, the third incident, we wound up back at the hospital, and they said, "What did you do to this child?" Anyway, long story short, she has a nice little scar. Thank you for bringing that up. Hi.
Hi, Misha. So there's a lot of conversation. There's a lot of conversation about a revival or a reboot or whatever. And some of my favorite episodes are the ones where Cass gets to get out of the trench coat and into like something a little more comfortable.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering.
Like a little negligee.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm wondering if you have any suggestions for a updated costume for Castiel for the reboot. Maybe he's gonna undo some buttons, or he's gonna lose a tie, or like.
I'm picturing sort of like assless chaps. Because Cass is just into that sort of stuff, but I mean, you never know, honestly, what he's wearing under the trench coat and suit, right? Like, you're making probably a lot of assumptions. But I know what he was wearing under there. And it's kind of fucked up.
Say more.
Yeah.
Please.
What would you call it, by the way? Is it a reboot? Is it a what? Riding of coattails? Is it It's fabulous. It's dragging it on.
It's definitely.
It's not knowing when to quit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Thank you. You nailed. I was looking for it. That's what we're talking about.
Definitely. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm gonna watch it.
I think that's what it should be called. It should be the Supernatural reboot should be called Supernatural: The Dead Horse Rises. All right, thank you for that very thoughtful question. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
I don't know why they keep letting me up here, but
I don't either. I keep asking them not to let you back up again.
well, here I am.
How are you?
You already asked that.
Okay. I'm recycling old material here.
You do that.
I do that, that's true. Why do they let you back up to the microphone? We should have your photo, you know, on both sides. Woman holding microphone should have your image and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We already asked the last question when you get to the front, even if you're number 2." Yeah. Well, how was your holidays?
It was pretty good. I didn't do anything.
Oh, really? How interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing at all?
I slept a lot, if you wanted to know that.
Oh, cool. Cool. That's you're really interesting. Yeah, that's awesome. I would tell us more. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, tell us more. Tell us more about that.
Well, we don't have a lot of snow out there, so it's a bad winter.
Yeah,
If you're wondering.
that sounds brutal. And totally uninteresting.
Everyone wanted to know that.
Yeah. All right, why don't you ask me a question? See how that works any better.
I do have one.
Okay.
Okay, so I was gonna ask if you could wake up tomorrow having gained any new
Wait.
ability or skill or talent, what would it be?
I would like to be able to play the piano. I have been taking piano lessons. It's fucking embarrassing. I make no headway because I never practice, and every time I have a lesson, I apologize to the teacher in advance, and I say, next time I'm for sure gonna practice a lot. I even read a book called Atomic Habits recently, because I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure out how to develop a new habit here and learn how to play the piano, and I keep failing, and I keep just disappointing myself, and I'm tired of disappointing myself, so I would like to I don't want to practice, but I would like to have the skill. And there are a lot of things in that category for me. I notice I have 5 children in my home often, and they are always like learning a new skill. They're learning how to do a Rubik's Cube, or they're learning how to juggle, or they're learning something new. And I stopped learning things decades ago. It's like my constitutional, my whole body doesn't want to learn anything and fights against it. So I would love to wake up with the aptitude for learning as well. That sounds great to me. Yeah. Thanks for asking. That really made me feel shitty about myself.
Well, that's what I'm here for, so.
Thank you. You knocked it out of the park. Thank you.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
So with Gish,
Yes.
there were always items of, making a portrait of somebody in, Skittles or whatever, all of the different types of, I guess, irregular media.
Yes, good. That's an excellent phrase.
And I was wondering, what is the most creative medium you've ever seen a likeness of yourself in?
It's a very good question. Do you have an answer for this? Have you seen an interesting rendering?
I don't know. I mean, I figured, since it wasn't like a Gish item to ever make you in something, it was probably something that a fan probably just made for you and showed you, so I figured.
For those of you who don't know what she's talking about, how many of you don't know what she's talking about? That's fairly significant. Oh, not that many of you. Okay, so Gish. Gish is the greatest international scavenger hunt, and it was this thing that I did for many, many years. But I would present people with challenges. I'm speaking directly to you, ma'am, because you raised your hand. So, which was a mistake, by the way. You fell for a trap. So it would have all of these challenges, and people would have to fulfill these challenges. And one of them would be like every year, people had to create some sort of likeness of, for example, Jensen Ackles out of Skittles, right? It was always Jensen, right? And so there were like slightly different versions year after year. Like sometimes you could take the paint off of the Skittles and then use that to paint something, or you could make a sculpture out of melted Skittles. But one year it was like you do a mosaic portrait of Jensen, and we were filming in Vancouver, and Jensen went into there was a little break, and he went into this electronics store because he needed an adapter for his iPhone. And is this making more sense to you, by the way? You feeling good? Okay. All right, so Jensen needed an adapter for his iPhone, and he went into this store and went up to the counter and said, I have an iPhone, and I need the charger that goes into the USB port. And she looked at him like, oh my God. And he's like, yeah, I'm an actor. And she's like, no, not that, turn around. And her co-worker had just finished making a 3-foot by 3-foot portrait of Jensen in Skittles in the store. And she was like, look! Oh, here it is. Not that anyone can see it except for the front row, once again, with your telephoto lenses. But that's what it looks like. Where's the camera?
Misha, on the ground.
Hey, don't say right in front of you like I'm stupid.
Corner, right there.
I'm gonna just take a look at your photos while I have this. I actually didn't know that I was gonna have Jensen's face in my crotch in this. Well, not surprised, but thank you for bringing up those fond memories. Appreciate it. We did one, I never really answered your question, did I? That was unsatisfying. Well, one of the things that we did one year was what?
Don't forget about the French maids. Always remember the French maids.
The French maids, yeah, I forgot about that. I did forget about the French maids. Thanks for bringing that up. That was traumatizing. We had this, this is another sidebar, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna reminisce for a second. So I wanted to break the Guinness World Record for breaking the most Guinness World Records in one afternoon, which I thought, oh, that'll be a cool record to hold, right? So we figured out 3 different Guinness World Records that we could break, all in rapid succession. And one was the largest collection of French maids. And we figured we could get enough people dressed as French maids in one place. The largest collection of people wearing decorative hats, but it was like sort of like bowls of fruit, like still lifes, but on their heads. And then the other one was the largest human chain of people passing a hula hoop over their bodies without breaking the chain. And 900 people gathered on the hottest day of the summer in Seattle, Washington, in a high school gymnasium that had no air conditioning. And I was an hour and a half late.
Shocking.
And so there were all of these bodies packed into this room with no air conditioning, and I hadn't furnished them with any water, and they were all dressed in these black French maids costumes with these hats on. And I got there and I was like, yeah, everybody, you're doing so great. And they're all like drenched in sweat and looking quite miserable, but I was fresh as a daisy. And I was like, thumbs up everybody, we're doing great, you're doing great. 2 Guinness World Records knocked out right here. Now who wants to go out into the blazing sun and do the 3rd Guinness World Record? And the people that were helping me put this together were like, Misha, this is a bad idea. Don't do it. People are already having a hard time. The heat exhaustion is a real thing. And I was like, pshaw, we're just getting started. Come on. Let's have a little team spirit here. I mean, I was the one that was going to get credit for the Guinness World Records. And so we went outside into the blazing sun and everybody held hands. And then that's when the French maids started fainting. And I kid you not, there were 7 ambulances because 7 different people passed out, and people were so wonderful. They kept holding the hands of the people who. And I was like, oh my God, that's so horrible, and that's so great that you guys are still. What is wrong with me? Anyway, thanks for bringing that up. It was real great.
And you got the world record.
We did get the world record. I mean, that's what's important, and nobody died. So. Okay. I still haven't answered your question. Okay, pet hair. Pet hair renderings were the most disgusting and the most shocking media to make portraiture from. It was really gross. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So I know a lot of us around the world are going through rough times right now. So I was wondering what's something that never fails to make you happy.
I don't think that there's anything that never fails to make me happy. I think that I'm somebody who can get a little bit down in the dumps and feel a little depressive or a little overwhelmed or a little exhausted and not feel like there's some magic pill or magic bullet that'll fix it. So I don't know that I have a ready solution for you, but I have like a little toolkit of things that I turn to when things feel challenging. One, I feel like it is true that when you feel overwhelmed by external circumstances, doing something feels good, generally speaking, rather than throwing my hands up in despair and giving way to that feeling of overwhelm and letting that just keep me locked in the couch. I feel like doing something tends to be helpful. Talking to people tends to be helpful for me, which I'm sort of a weird combination of an introvert who likes to be on stage. But I spent a lot of decades of my life not really reaching out to anybody when things felt hard, because I felt like I should be able to deal with it on my own. And in my 40s, I finally figured out, oh, actually, it's a lot easier to just make other people deal with your problems. Yeah, I don't know. I think finding like-minded people is also useful. Like, then it helps you realize that you're not in it alone, because it's easy to feel like you're wrestling with these things alone. Yeah, I don't know if that was useful or not, but I did talk for several minutes.
I agree, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Misha.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, if you had to live in a world where everyone was the same exact person, who would it be? Think wisely about that.
Wow. Do you have an answer for that question?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Leonardo da Vinci.
You want everyone to be Leonardo da Vinci?
If they had to be.
How do you know? I mean, maybe Da Vinci was a dick. We don't have any good first-hand information. We don't even have fifth-hand information as to what Da Vinci was like. I mean, he was smart.
Yeah, he had a good eye for things like engineering and art and stuff like that. So his diversity would help a lot.
He had a good eye for things, sure. He didn't make great aircrafts. You know. I think it would get pretty challenging pretty quickly. But I don't know. Maybe John Malkovich? I'm super glad you asked this question. Thank you. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So I didn't expect to get picked, but I have I have a comment. I was on the cruise with you.
Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Don't be sorry, it was amazing. And I was the one that started the shirt with your face on it.
Oh.
That was me.
Oh, thank you for doing that.
And I just wanted to find out what exactly your feelings were on being on that cruise with, even though it was not as large as this crowd, but it was a nice intimate convention. What were your feelings about that? How did you feel about doing that?
I felt, I think as you would expect, totally trapped. You know, we were quite far from shore at times, and I didn't feel safe jumping into the water. We had that scavenger hunt. That was fun. We had a scavenger hunt. Speaking of the greatest international scavenger hunt, we had a scavenger hunt on the cruise, and there were two teams. It was Misha's team and Mark Shepard's team. And Misha was like, yeah, let's go get all these things and do all these things. It doesn't matter if ambulances come. They don't even have ambulances on the cruise. And but like gung ho, we're gonna go do it. And Mark Shepard, the leader of his team, he's like, all right, everybody,
I'm going up to the deck to smoke a cigar. He just went up and smoked a cigar and fucked off for the entire time. So, in case you're wondering which of the two of us is cool and which of the two of us is a total dork, I think that was a pretty clear self-selecting situation there. I was actually totally surprised by the tour. The cruise. I'll be honest with you, I thought, this is a terrible idea. What are we doing? This is not gonna be good at all. I'm not a cruise person. So let's start with that baseline. I thought that doesn't sound like, being on a cruise doesn't sound like a great idea, and then being sort of trapped with a bunch of people doesn't sound like a great idea. And then myself and all of the other cast members who were on the cruise were all like, oh my God, this is so fun. We should do this all the time. We had a great time. It was like, there's like lots of stuff to do, and I weirdly really quite enjoyed it, and would welcome the opportunity to do it again. What were your feelings?
Me? Oh, I loved it. I cruise all the time. I cruise once a year.
Oh, you do?
So when I had the opportunity to get my favorite supernatural convention combined with a cruise,
right.
I was.
And when you say favorite convention, like your favorite supernatural convention being one without Jared and Jensen, right?
Sure, we can say that.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Maybe that's why it was so fun. We won the scavenger hunt, and thank you for asking. I wasn't even going to bring it up, but it wasn't even close. Yes.
So I'm asking this as loving your character in Supernatural and seeing you as a person and what you support in your causes. And what I'm asking is, when you're making decisions with causes you support or are passionate about, what values do you try the hardest to align with or prioritize?
Well, I guess sort of similar values to what Castiel and Sam and Dean were after most of the time, which is like, is this gonna be good for humanity and the world or not? That's the main focus. I try to think about things. It's interesting. I had coffee like 2 days ago with someone who runs a very large, very successful nonprofit that's doing some very large campaigns right now. And I noticed myself thinking, I think what you're doing is useful, I think what you're doing is good, it makes sense, but it doesn't seem like it's the most useful thing. I didn't say that out loud because I'm averse to confrontation. But I think it's really valuable that different people participate in doing all kinds of, like a wide variety of different things that help in a huge spectrum of areas in the world, and we need that. But I often try to focus on what feels like is going to be the most impact in an area that I feel is most important. And I guess I tend to feel like focusing on things that have long-term impact is important. And one of the things that I have found in my journeys is that doing things, partly because I have a little bit of a platform and I can share stories with people. For me, it seems like it's often more impactful to do things that I can share the stories about, because that in and of itself is impactful. So it's like one thing, for instance, going back to Gish, one of the things that we did with Gish is we found these Syrian refugees who were living in refugee camps in Lebanon, who were undergoing like really dire circumstances. The mom had been paralyzed, the kids were on the verge of starvation, and we were able to bring that family out of their situation and get them housing and medical care and get the kids in school. And one of the kids in this family, when we helped them, She was 12 years old and she had tried to kill herself so there would be food for her siblings. And now she's in medical school. And while we definitely had a huge impact on that one family's life, and that's amazing to be able to have that kind of impact, telling the story about that family ended up being much more impactful because we were able to share that story widely, and it ended up raising a lot more money, which then meant that several other families got pulled out of that refugee camp and into much better circumstances. So I guess sometimes I try to think about the story aspect of the work, like whether this is something that can be shared in such a way that it can leverage more impact. What kind of stuff do you try to focus on?
I'm in Rotary International, so we do a lot for our community, and two of the things that I take from that is it truthful, and then is it fair to all who's concerned?
Those are good core directives, truthful and fair. Yes. That would be, yes. More of that would be nice in these times, I think. Yes.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
So, what's an insane conversation that you've overheard while eavesdropping?
First of all, I would never eavesdrop on my daughter and Emily's daughter in the bathroom last night. My kids are here, and Emily's kids, my partner's kids are here, and my daughter and Emily's youngest daughter were in the bathroom of my bedroom last night, and I think that they thought the door was super thick, and it wasn't. And I heard every word of their conversation, which was about seeing boys' penises in class. And like the conversation started, and I was like, oh, I can hear the girls talking, they're having fun, and then it was like, and then I saw him touch his thing. And I was like, I'm not gonna go do the dishes right now. I think I'll stick around and hear how this story ends. So that's just fresh, because that was last night, but thanks for bringing it up. Thank you. Hi.
I was wondering, what's one of your favorite go-to comfort meals when you're just really stressed out or just had a really bad day?
Speaking of which, my daughter also this morning said, Dad, you have a little pooch. So I think I've been maybe having a few too many comfort meals lately. But it's cheap, like really cheap, shitty Chinese food. Where you go up to the counter and you pick out the things, like airport food court Chinese food. That's my comfort food. And it's like, it's where you're making choices and you're not thinking like, oh, I probably shouldn't have the deep fried orange chicken. You're thinking, I'm gonna have that along with the chow mein noodles and the beef broccoli, and I'm just gonna go all in and smother it in MSG. Do you have a comfort food?
Yep, it is macaroni and cheese.
That's like very traditional. I like that. It's like a childhood comfort food. Yeah. I don't know how I developed mine. I think mine unfortunately developed around hangovers. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I'm Rosella, and I was wondering what would be your life advice for a teenager who thinks they have it all figured out?
Life advice for a teenager that thinks that they have it all figured out? My God, I have so much. This is like something I'm dealing with these kind of teenagers all the time in my life. They think they've figured it all out, and they haven't, and they don't realize it. And yet I have figured it all out. and I can so easily impart that information on them. One thing that I can impart on teenagers who think they've got it all figured out is that the good things in life are really about the process and not the product. So it's finding the things that you love to do and doing them and loving the process of doing them, not being focused on some outcome in the future. You're not like, for example, going through your curriculum at school and focusing on graduating with good grades. You're actually trying to learn something along the way and engage with the material and care about it. It's not about the grade at the end of the term. It's about engaging with the material along the way. But that applies to everything in life. It's how I ended up becoming an actor that worked. It was when I stopped fixating on getting the job and started just focusing on enjoying the work and getting the most out of it that I could. And then another thing that I think is really important for young people to know is that life is quite long. I mean, if you're lucky, life is quite long. When you're young, you think like everything hinges on the thing that happens in the next 6 months. When you get older, you realize 6 months is nothing. It's a blink of an eye. A project can easily take 5 or 6 years, and you start to have a longer understanding of the sweep of time, and that is actually really valuable as you get older. And another thing that I would tell those fucking teenagers is that there are older, wiser people who have been through these things before. It's why human civilization has the potential to evolve, is that we can learn from our ancestors and our forebearers, and it's really important to actually glean that knowledge from mentors and people who know better. It's something that I came to way too late in life, but it's so useful to have mentors. So there's 3 things for you. Are you a teenager?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I will say one other thing. I actually think that life gets better as you get older. Sure, you might find that you have 2 artificial hips and that your children not so lovingly point out a pooch on you in your waning years, but you start to feel comfortable in your skin, and you start to sort of know your place in the world as you get older. Another wonderful thing about getting older is you stop caring what other people think. And it's so great to not give a shit anymore. Like you realize that everyone is so selfish and so self-absorbed that they really only care about themselves, which means they're not actually thinking about you, which means you don't have to worry what they think. And that's so liberating. It's very easy when you're young to think that everybody cares, and the truth is they don't. So take that with you as well. Thank you.
Hi, Misha.
Hi, it's so nice finding a third-party teenager who will listen for a minute. It's like, could you tell all of that pent-up energy? I was just like, yeah, Dad, whatever. You're so stupid. Hi.
Hi, Misha. My name is Isabella. I honestly didn't think I was going to get picked, but I'm so glad that I finally get to ask you a question.
I'm so glad that you got picked too.
So your character has gone through a lot, especially being possessed multiple times by different entities and characters. So my question is, what was your favorite version of your possessed character to play, and why?
I think my favorite, I had fun with all of the different versions of Cass because it was fun to get to do something different. It was fun to be the empty. It was fun to be crazy Cass. It was fun to be Emmanuel. It was fun to be human Cass. I actually think I wish I got to do more of that. That was particularly fun. that was a whole universe of things to explore. It could have been really interesting if we did more of that. And then I really loved playing Lucifer Cass. Because Mark Pellegrino, who had done Lucifer already on Supernatural, gave me some advice. He said, in every scene, you have to be thinking in your head, do I want to kill this person, or do I want to fuck them? And I'll tell you, as you go about your day and you're running that filter, it's quite fun. So thanks for asking. Hi.
Hi, Misha. I swear you're going to get tired of seeing me this weekend.
Great. I look forward to that.
So my question for you is Vegas has a slogan of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So can you tell us of like either a fan interaction or just an interaction that you've had in general when you've come out on vacation that you've never told anybody, like a secret that you've never told anybody that's happened here in Vegas?
In Vegas? Yeah, I have that. I certainly have that. Nope. Yeah, I just thought of another one. Yeah, no. I would. There are circles in which I would share one of those stories, but not both. And neither is appropriate for here. I will tell you a story that I've probably not shared with most of you, which is that we were staying in a fancy hotel one year, and at a convention, a creation convention here, and I walked through the lobby of this hotel. I'm not going to tell you which one because I don't want to interfere with the privacy of the actors, but it's one that had really spectacular fountains. And that are outdoor, in a kind of lake atrium area and it happens at a regular time schedule at Bellagio.com. So I was walking through the lobby and I saw my castmate, Jared, sitting at a high stakes poker table, blackjack actually, and I was like, oh my God, what is he doing? It's insane. And he said, Misha, come over here, and he said, sit down, and I was like, no fucking way am I sitting down. I don't burn money like this. And he said, here, and he slid a pile of chips over in front of a chair. And so I did sit down. And I gambled with Jared's money. And I won. And then I took the money home. It was amazing. God, what a pleasant memory that was. Very different from the first one that popped into my head, which I cannot share. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. What was the last piece of media, be it movie, TV show, music, book, that really inspired you creatively?
Well, I'm reading, interesting. I would say so I have a few somewhat pat answers to this question. I read a book last year called The Work of Art, and it's about art. It's a book that's about the process of making art, and the author, Adam Moss, interviews all of these luminaries in various different fields on their process of making art. I really loved that book, and I found it very useful, but that's sort of like a little on the nose. I also read this book called The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich, and that book really inspired me creatively because of a specific thing. First of all, the prose is it's just really well written. If anybody likes really well written fiction, The Roundhouse is quite incredible. But it also is, it's told as if it's an adult who's looking back at his adolescence and telling the story of his adolescence in the first person, and that voice of the adult looking back, telling the story of the experience of an adolescent ended up inspiring me to write. I'm writing a novel right now, and I'm writing it in that sort of voice. So it's from the vantage point of adulthood, talking about adolescence, as if it's happening in the present, kind of. It's like a little bit, anyway. So it inspired me to steal a device, which I'm doing. Thank you. This was a few years ago, we were here in Vegas. There's an artist named James Turrell. Have you heard of James Turrell? Shame on you. So James Turrell is this artist who works with light, and he does the most beautiful, most incredible, immersive light exhibitions. He's doing this has anyone ever heard of Rodin Crater in Arizona? He's been working on it for 40 years. He's spent like $100 million on this project already. It's a crater where there are apertures to the sky, like these tunnels that like look out at the sky, that is designed to be at peak viewing in like 800 years when the constellations have moved into a certain place. He's looking on that kind of level of vision. Anyway, he had this installation that also cost like $20 million in the, it's one of these designer stores, clothing designer stores. No, does anybody know about the James Turrell exhibit that was in Vegas?
Wasn't it Yves Saint Laurent?
What's that?
Wasn't it Yves Saint Laurent?
It's not Yves Saint Laurent, but it's like that. At the Aria, yes, in the Versace store or something. And what? Louis Vuitton, thank you. It was in the Louis Vuitton store. So we were here a few years ago, and I brought Jared and Jensen and a few other cast members, and we got this like private experience in the Louis Vuitton James Turrell art installation. And they were like, "What are we doing here, dude? This is so weird." And then we all went in with our socks on in this light exhibit, and all of us were like, "That was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen." Totally spiritual and so cool. It was really cute. Cliff was in there, our bodyguard, and he was like, "Guys, I think this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen." So that was cool, but the really cool thing about it was, later on that day, as we were getting ready to get picked up to come to this convention, by some crazy coincidence, James Turrell walked by us, the artist. And this installation had been up for like decades, and he just happened to walk by us, and he doesn't even live here. And Jared was like, dude, that's the guy!
You could hear it. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I shared that story, but I did. Hi.
Hey, so I don't think I've ever really asked you any supernatural questions.
Okay, don't ruin it now.
No, I'm gonna totally ruin it now.
Okay.
And it's kind of supernatural related. So if you and Castiel could hang out for a day, what would you two do?
Well, because we both know that Castiel is into BDSM. He's not, so this is not canon. Please don't go home and be like, this just out, Misha confirms. I mean, he has this whole time travel thing. I would like to hang out with early Castiel, who was still able to time travel. And I'd like to go back in time and see what my parents were like right before I was born. Not like, I don't want to watch my parents conceive me. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's not what I meant. Jesus. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Misha. So I have a bit of a two-parter.
Okay.
First off is, so a lot of people are fucking around and finding out right now between the Gen X, Zennial, and Millennial generation. And those that are older than us, who do you want to most see receive the find out portion between the political climate and everything that's going on? And on that note, have you watched Heated Rivalry yet?
Heated rivalry. TV.
Oh, that's a gay hockey show? How does that have to do with fucking around finding out if millennials and Trump? What is happening here?
So there's a lot of hucking and fucking around in that.
I see. I've heard that it's quite popular. People quite like this show.
Yes.
Should I watch it?
Yes.
Okay, I definitely won't then.
Because it's a great story.
Sure, whatever.
It's a great story.
What is the first part of your question? So where are we going with that part?
So on the first part was the political climate, and what would you like to see happen to those that are extremely fucking around?
I think that what is that? What is the little acronym? It's like
FAFO.
FAFO. I'd never heard of what that. I'd never heard that expression until I saw Trump tweet it, or Truth Social it, or whatever. So I'm new to this term. I just learned about it. I don't know. You know, it's something that I sometimes fantasize about. Like, you know, a campaign of retribution someday when I hold the reins of power. But I also, I think it's probably not the most productive thing to do. I think it probably ends up emboldening your opposition more than anything. I think, you know, some of, like for instance, some of the politicians that Trump is going after now are actually ending up gaining a lot of popularity and press from the persecution, and it's sort of backfiring in that respect. Like, it's not the most effective tool. There's this whole, you know, in South Africa they had the Truth and Reconciliation Commission right after apartheid ended, and I think that that's probably the best approach to take. Like, let's not keep persecuting one another. Let's just find a way to say, hey, I don't think what you did was great, but we're going to move on from this and not dwell in the past and try to, you know, vanquish one another, because it's a cycle that will never end, in my humble opinion, until someone puts a stop to it. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God, are we gonna get to the end of the questions? I don't think this has ever happened before. Holy shit. Let's draw this out. Hi.
One of my guilty pleasures is watching movies with famous people in them before they were famous. So I really liked you in the movie Par 6.
How the fuck did you find Par 6?
I love that movie. I watched it like 3 times.
Wait, where did you find Par 6?
YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, I've also seen like Finding Home and Moving Alan.
Oh, Moving Alan with Mark Pellegrino.
Yeah.
Moving Alan is a movie that I did with Mark Pellegrino, and Mark Pellegrino is dead for most of the movie. And this is the first scene that I ever did with Mark Pellegrino. This was years before Supernatural. I was opening up the trunk of a car, and his dead body was in the trunk, and he was naked, and he was ass up. So my first exposure, so to speak, to Mark Pellegrino was his quite pale derriere. I had never at that moment could have imagined that I would spend years with him as Lucifer down the road. Yeah. Okay.
I also liked your videos about taxes.
Well, Jesus, you have done a deep dive here. That's amazing. I was in a video for the IRS on how to fill out your 1040 EZ. This was back before YouTube. This was back when they were like putting out instructional VHS tapes. And somebody found a copy at a library fire sale for 10 cents. And now it's on the internet. And anyone can watch it. I was wearing my dad's suit, which didn't fit me at all. It was like 3 sizes too big. And talking about the 1040 EZ, and also very excited to have this big break.
So my question is, what of your like niche or underrated characters that you've played do you wish got the same level of recognition that you get as Castiel?
Obviously, Dr. Jacob Glazier in Stonehenge Apocalypse. Obviously. It's a great film. And you know, whatever. I think everybody who was involved in that production still harbors a bit of bitterness that we were snubbed by the Oscars. It was so deserving. I remember getting to set on that movie, and the director said, we were told by the network that we have to dumb things down a little bit because this was airing on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it was a Saturday night airing, and people watched the show drunk, and they made drinking games of watching the sci-fi movies on Saturday night, and so the script was actually tailored to that audience. And so people needed to be able to sort of figure out what was going on without having remembered what happened in the previous 45 minutes. I got to set one day, and the director was like, so they wanted us to add a couple of scenes. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, and we're ready to shoot them. And I was like, okay. And he was like, here. And it was like 6 pages of dialogue. And it was just me talking the whole time. And it was literally 15 minutes of preparation. And it's in the movie. It's some of my best work.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Hi. I'm so nervous. I'm like breathing the same air as you. This is crazy.
Oh, well, you know, you're breathing the same air as everyone. I read at some point when Brutus stabs Caesar, he says, et tu, Brute, and every time we inhale like 6 molecules of the oxygen that he exhaled in saying that. So we're all connected. This is where you've breathed this air before.
That's true. This is my first con, so I don't even know what to ask. I did not think I was going to get picked at all.
Yes, but now you've been in line for quite some time, so you've had some time to think about it.
I have, and I've been like, my brain is blank. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about what question do you have?
I've had all this time, and now I got to think of it on the spot.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Now you know what it feels like. It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
So, all right, I have a question. Fine, I'll ask the questions then. So, this is your first convention.
Yep.
What was it that inspired you to finally decide to join this cult?
That's a good question. So I'm here with my sister. She's awesome. She lives out here. I'm just visiting.
Has your sister been to a convention before?
I don't think so. No.
Wouldn't she have told you if she had?
She would, right?
Yeah. Sister, where are you?
She's waiting.
Okay, have you been to a convention before? Okay, good. I'm glad that we have this open line of communication now. Are there any other questions you'd like me to ask your sister, by the way, now that we have this? I can mediate between the two of you if you want.
Why am I not her favorite?
Okay, so this is maybe, oh man, that's hard because you're right behind the spotlight. Can you tell us why you're not, what's your name again?
Bethany.
Like Bethany already has a warm place in my heart, why don't you like her? What's that? She is, so she's not claiming that you are her favorite. How many other siblings are there?
5 of us.
5, so the other 3 you don't like so much. You know, this will be on the YouTubes, probably. I have a forecast of rather unpleasant Thanksgiving this year. Sorry to say. What's your name? Lexi. Who's your favorite?
Lexi.
What about the other fucking three?
If they were here with me, I would say them.
Oh, Lexi, did you hear that? So, an admission of disingenuity here. Does that change your feelings about Bethany? Second favorite. You've been demoted. Now you can be honest. I think that, come on. Tell her what you really think of her. I think this is good. You're working it out, you two.
Okay, it's my sister-in-law then.
Oh! Not even a blood relative! Oh my God! This is definitely the last trip you two take together. Holy shit. Were you expecting to do family therapy when you came up to the mic?
I was hoping, honestly.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're having this conversation. This is really hard. I'm sorry. Well, listen, at least you had that little moment where you believed that you were one another's favorites. And cherish that forever, I would say. So your sister forced you to come here.
No way, this was my idea. This was my birthday. I forced her to come.
Oh, really? Well, we're glad that you made it. It is a cult, and you'll find that over time, but you'll be back over and over and over again. Eventually you'll have the tattoo.
Literally, I was thinking about it. You think I should get it?
I definitely think you should get it, yes. Where are you gonna do the tattoo?
I want to do like the angel wings. There's a flash tattoo.
Angel wings is a great choice. I think that's really great. I think like left cheek.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a question actually. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Why did you run Jared off? I was really looking forward to seeing him.
Why did I run him off?
He was gonna come and now he's not.
I was afraid that he would make me gamble again. He was going to come?
Yeah.
Oh, he was supposed to be here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Originally announced.
He was announced?
He was originally announced. But then the filming took.
I bought a photo op with
Is he?
Jared. And
Is he on a poster?
No.
Wait, is that Jared over there? No.
No.
Oh my God, I can't believe that he did that to you.
I had to return my photo op. It was with Jensen and Jared, and now it's with Jensen and you. So.
What a sorry substitute. Oh my God, that must be so depressing. I don't know how he lives with himself. Foisting that kind of disappointment on people. Unbelievable. Well, I will have some very stern words with him, also because I'm not going to be able to gamble this weekend without his money. So, I think he did break a leg or something like that. We could use that as the excuse. Also, isn't he filming something?
Yeah.
We could use that as an excuse. Although I will point out that Jensen is filming something and he showed up. I'm just saying. And for all you know, I'm filming something. I'm not, but I could be.
Oh, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, that is a wonderful question. And one that I wish I had an answer to. At this point, I'm just trying to drag this last question on until I can walk away satisfied that I've ruined a family.
You're doing well.
I'm almost there. I'm very sorry that Jared didn't show up, but I feel like you shouldn't be taking it out on me. I had nothing to do with it, as far as you know. Thank you for being brave enough to stand up here at the microphone and for being so honest about your feelings about your sister. Thank you. There are no questions over here. Do you have a question?
Misha.
You must. You have the microphone. Come on.
Misha. One more over there.
Do it. Yes, hi.
Hi, Misha. I live in Port Hueneme, so we're kind of neighbors because you're Ojai.
Wait, you live where?
Port Hueneme, right by the base. I work on the base.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you want to come visit the base, just let me know.
Wait, which base?
The Port Hueneme base, NBBC, Naval Base, Ventura County.
Oh, I don't even know where that is.
It's one of those where you see the sign and you don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it.
It is exactly.
Is that on the water?
It is on the water, yes.
Okay, I know.
Right by the port.
I know where you're talking about now. Okay, all right, cool.
Okay, so my
hey
question-
neighbor.
Hey. So my question, I've asked it to all your castmates, is Survivor's in its 50th season, so 25 years. If they cast a supernatural-only Survivor, who do you think would win? Who's the first one that's going to get kicked off, and who's your alliance?
Who would win?
If it was just supernatural people.
This is in 25 years from now?
Just whenever.
Okay.
Like if you were the next one.
Wait, is Survivor in its 50th season?
It is, yes.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
It's like 2 a year. 2 a year since the year 2000.
They do 2 a year?
Yeah.
2 a year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been 25 years.
I thought maybe it started in the UK. I was trying to figure out that math myself.
The first year I think was 2000, and 2 a year. Now we're in 2025, 26.
Yeah. I think
It was in the 90s because I was in the military then, and I actually applied to go on Survivor. I did not get on there, but I would if I could.
Wow.
There you go.
Jared's manager was on Survivor.
That's right.
Who?
Very cool.
Jared's manager.
Oh,
Dan
that's right.
Spilo. He got kicked off.
Got kicked off.
Survivor. It was not great. Oh, we won't talk about that.
That's a different question.
Yeah, that's a different question, and it's unrelated. My brother was a carpenter on Survivor when they did a season in the Amazon, and he came back with these horrible skin infections from like wading in the Amazonian River building sets for Survivor. So you're bringing up a family trauma.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But I would say that if we were to form alliances, please don't do that. Please don't. I'm so sorry. Please don't mess with his pedal.
I know.
This.
Thank you, Misha.
I don't know how you deal with this kind of.
So mean to me.
It's like it is.
You're mean. It's abuse.
It's infantile toward this might grow up.
It's bullying if you could be bullied by an elf.
I've been saying that for so mean. You missed it, Rich.
What happened?
You just got Collins.
Dang.
Yeah, you did. He said it's bullying if you could be bullied by an elf.
Oh man, I've been cable knitted.
All right, who would you?
Yeah, who's gone? Who's on?
I think honestly, the winner probably would be Ruth, and she would have us all wrapped around her finger. She would be using her womanly wiles, like she always does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Manipulating us.
Yep.
You know, going off into our tents at night.
Yes.
Being like, I don't really love Rob. I love you. You know.
Also, I'm Russian.
Based on that accent. I'm not really Scottish at all. I'm actually from Siberia.
I love Rob to get compromat. I get compromat on Rob. Now I move to you.
Tomorrow we bought him off the island.
That's the worst impression of Ruth I've ever heard.
Yes, I agree.
And so it's funny to me because it's not real.
No, it's so fake. She would never vote you off the island.
She so would.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, how about this experience you had right now with Mr. Misha?